This is D. Williams.
And we are back. You are listening to the D Factor Radio Show. And guess what? My name is D. Williams. Hi guys, how are you? Listen, it's Tuesday. You know I love Tuesdays because this is the day that I get to actually sit down and talk to you guys one-on-one. So I want you to give us a call at 404-355-8699 or at 866-923-2860. You can also reach us on Facebook /Your D Williams. That's YOURDEE Williams. Also on Instagram, same thing, Your D Williams. On Twitter, Your D. Listen, you can find me anywhere on the web at Your D Williams. www.yourdwilliams.com is also available for you to visit and hang out with me one-on-one as often as you like. And if you just want to just talk, again, give us a call, 404-355-8699. So listen, we have a special guest that's going to be on the line in a second. And I just want to tell you that anybody who knows me, they know that I am like this huge social media junkie. Naturally, you hear me talking about Your D Williams all over the place, right? And I had the opportunity to meet someone who I think shifted my perspective about how to take my business to a different place using YouTube.
Today's tech entrepreneurs are finding new and interesting ways to start a business. And a bit of luck are the ingredients necessary to bring these technological ideas to life. From developing a technology idea, to finding a high potential opportunity, to gathering the proper resources, to figuring out how to sell and market the idea. Sit back and take 10 for tech on the D Factor Radio Show.
Guys, listen. Right now, get your pen, your paper, your tablet, your infrared keyboards, and it goes with your iPads and your Windows. Oh, your Windows mostly. I think your Windows tablets come with the phone. But I want you to get your writing utensils out because you're going to want to take a ton of notes. I have had the pleasure, the honor, and the opportunity to meet a gentleman who really opened my mind about YouTube. Now, I know you're probably thinking, YouTube, D? I mean, come on, right? But let me just tell you, I get most of my clients from YouTube customers, right? So I post these videos about starting your own recruiting and training firm, about just giving different recruiting and staffing tips. And I put these videos out online, right? On YouTube. And I get calls from all over the world from people, saying, oh my gosh, I watched your video all night, or I've never sat down and have never been captivated by a 51-minute video. But D, you captivated me, right? And I went to go create a new video and to get this video published and done right. And it happened, and the video is great. And I'm connected with this guy, and you just never know how God works. You just never know who he's going to put in your path at what time and for what reason. And so he's this YouTube consultant is just kind of helping me with my videos. And then he says, D, I want to help you take your brand to the next level. And I thought, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And so I was all ears, and the conversation just got out of control because we vibed in such an amazing way, positive, inspirational, motivating, everything that I feel like I am, this guy is. So we definitely bonded, and I felt like I have to get you on the show, like tonight. Like I have to get you on. I have to share the message with my listening audience, my individuals who are unleashing their ideas. Have I not said that yet in the show? We've been in the show all this time, and I have not said unleash your ideas. The UYI movement. You guys know that we are inspiring 1 million people to start their own business, whether they're continuing to work for their current employer or whether they're looking to leave their current employer and experience a whole different level of freedom, of financial freedom, of freedom with their time, freedom with their health, less stress and all those things. But to get out there and start a business, additional income, additional revenue, additional streams of revenue is super important. And so this is a way that you can unleash your ideas, okay? YouTube videos. And just really, and I'm going to talk about this article I read today about a guy who made, I think it was 2 million last year. Was it 4 million? 4 million in this last year doing YouTube videos. So anyway, back to my guy. So I want to introduce in the most exciting way, I hope I sound exciting, in the most exciting way, Mr. Dwayne Word of TigerPhoenix.com. Hey, Dwayne.
Wow, I don't think I've ever had a reception like that before. I mean, anywhere I go, I think I want to hire you, and you're just going to speak for me just to start off. I don't even care what I'm doing. If I need to go buy a burger at Burger King, I want you to announce that.
Hey, can I get that Whopper with no cheese, add bacon, please?
That was amazing.
Thanks, Dwayne. How are you today?
Goodness. I am doing fantastic. Dee, how are you doing?
I am so excited to have you on here. Listen, I am so excited. My listeners, I'm so excited for them to hear all the things that you have to say. And I'm probably going to kidnap you for the majority of the show. I hope you don't mind. If you have something planned, you might want to push it to the side because Dee is officially kidnapping you for the D Factor Radio Show.
Well, I tell you what, when you gave me a call earlier today, and told me, hey, I got a spot for you tonight, I just cleared the schedule because I know we can't talk for 15, 20 minutes.
I love, you know what, I was just telling somebody, I said, man, we were on the phone for like an hour, and, we could have went on for so long, and the chemistry is just so awesome, and you don't find that with everyone that you meet, so I am super humbled that you did clear your schedule, and that you're going to be, that you're here on the show with us and sharing your knowledge and your expertise. So you are a YouTube guru, consultant, and so much more. Tell us about yourself and tell us a little bit about Tiger Phoenix.
Okay, well, to start off, believe it or not, everybody that's listening, just because you start off with one road that you're going down that you think is the right road for you, does that mean that has to stay the road that you need to be on? I started off, I went to college, I was a pre-med major in biology.
Wow.
And in my senior year, I decided, I don't know if I want to do another 4 years of this and then everything else that goes along with it.
Yeah.
So I picked up some computer courses on the side, and then I had a very interesting phone call with my parents to let them know, oh, by the way, I just want to build computers and play games and make graphics. I surely hope that y'all are not going to be destroyed by this information. But I'll tell you what, I have a fantastic family, and everything that I've ever decided to do, even the really, really dumb ideas that I've had, they've supported me through and through, so that was a blessing. But I started off in wanting to be a doctor, but I always had a fascination for computers from growing up as a little kid. And then once I got into college and started to actually take computers apart, it was just something that always kind of like excited me, and it was like a passion that was in me that, we have this, everyone has a drive in them, a passion in them that sometimes they don't even know what it is and they don't know why it is. And we're taught most of the time to go with whatever's safe, whatever makes the most sense, and that is the most practical. That's what our parents teach us because, they want to look out for us, and they want to make sure that we don't dream too big because we might fall extra hard.
Right. And,
don't
you hate that? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Does that make sense to you? That doesn't even make sense to me.
It's the most backwards thing I've ever heard. But I bought into it.
We all did. A lot of us did. Honestly, I mean, I am such an advocate. And I don't mean to interrupt, but I never forget I have a 25-year-old son, and I think he was probably like 16, and he says to me, "Mom, no, this was the oldest. Mom." I said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" He said, "I want to be a Power Ranger." I said, "Okay, be the best Power Ranger you can be. Like, just do it, And then he says, "I want to wrestle for the WWE." Go ahead and wrestle. Do that if you feel like that's what's going to make you happy. My mom was looking at me like, "Are you crazy lady? You're not telling him to be a Power Ranger." I said, "Go ahead, do it." But anyway, go ahead.
If you allow people to tap into that energy and that place within themselves, they might be a Power Ranger, or they might make the new Power Ranger that sells for mega $1 billion.
Exactly.
Has toys and movies and everything else to go along with it. You just can't cap people's expectation on what they feel that they can do with themselves.
Exactly.
So that was winded to say all this. So I finished up college, and I came to Tampa, Florida, and really had no idea where I was going to go. I knew I could build computers, but I didn't really want to build computers. I wanted to actually do things with computers. So I found a startup. This is back in 1999, where there were startups popping up everywhere from the .com surge that went out. And I got it with a startup, and they pretty much taught me everything on the job. And from then on, I just took it and ran with it. And so I started off doing just web development, just building websites for people. And the funny thing is, I've learned it all kind of just, I'm a person that I like to submerge myself into something and just learn it on my own.
Self-taught.
And when I get to a place where I feel I need extra, extra knowledge, then I might go take a course here or there. But I've always been kind of internally driven to find knowledge myself.
I love that.
So I learned to do all of that on my own, and then my brothers, I have like 5 brothers and 1 sister, and my brothers are always gravitated towards, computers and music and things of that nature. So we kind of always got together and talked about ideas and made different websites and stuff, and that just kind of, it just filled me. I was like, you know what, this is the place I want to be. I don't know how I can monetize this, because back in the day, in the early 2000s, graphic artists didn't really get paid much at all. But if you love what you did, it didn't really feel like you were not, catching a piece of that pie.
Right.
And I think this is where it really hit home for me as I've grown up and I've looked back on everything. It's everyone talks about the quality of life and success. And what does that mean? Well, the problem is that it means something different for everybody.
Right.
Each person has their own level of success that they feel that they need to attain to feel like they've lived a full life. And problem is that every magazine, TV show, and everything else is going to tell you that success is different. So most of the time we're conflicted with ourselves because of that.
Right. I agree with that 100%.
So now, once I look back, I was like, you know what? I was actually more successful then when I was 22, 23. I just started my own company doing web development and Flash development at the time, and I couldn't have been happier. And we ran that company for about 3 to 4 years, and because none of us, we all had passion, but nobody knew how to actually go out and sell.
Right.
So we built out all the projects from all of our clients, and once they were all taken care of, we're like, okay, now what? I guess now we all go get a 9 to 5. So everybody went their separate ways, got jobs, and I still had that passion inside me that I wanted to do something on my own. I knew at one point in time I didn't want to work for myself forever.
Right.
And so I just kept learning on the side, kept picking up things on the side, and YouTube kind of just fell into my lap because I always was on YouTube for one reason or another. And I started making videos on YouTube just as a passion, as a hobby, not monetizing anything, just because I love to do it. And I'm really big into sports, and I'm a rabid Miami Hurricanes fan. Mm-hmm. So I used to make video compilations of all of our seasons and the different people who made it to the NFL and all this stuff. And in learning how YouTube worked, I was like, you know what? I think there's something here. I didn't know what it was at the time, and it took till literally about 3.5 years ago for me to see exactly how powerful of a tool YouTube can be, not only for if you want to start your own company doing whatever you want to do, but if you have a company or if you have a brand and you want to brand yourself, whether you want to be a motivational speaker or whether you're starting to get a startup business going for yourself, there are so many ways that you can cross-promote yourself on YouTube that people just don't realize. And here's the thing that's just mind-boggling, is that people are now using YouTube to do their regular customary searches that they used to do on Google. And,
yes.
It's a phenomenon that we're all trying to figure out still. But one of the things is most people are visual learners. So either they could type it in and read about it, but if someone's made a video, it's so much more engaging.
Exactly.
So if you're a company and you're out there doing whatever, sheetrock, and it really isn't a sexy type of a company for you to be making videos about, that doesn't matter.
Right.
Because if you go into YouTube, and this is a good way for people to kind of get an idea of how powerful YouTube is, I challenge any of you to go out there and type in 3 keywords of something that you're interested in. When that search comes up, look up at the top right corner, right underneath where your sign-in button is, and it'll show you how many results people have searched for that same keyword.
That's
Most
on
of the time, you're
YouTube?
going to be in millions. Yes, in YouTube. When
Wow.
you just go to a regular search feature in YouTube.
That's awesome.
And that just shows you the power. That many people are searching a month for that term. So if you start to gauge that as in, okay, well, YouTube is connected to Google. So therefore, if I could maximize something that I need to sell or a message that I want to get across on YouTube, that automatically gets pulled over into Google. So you'll see when you do searches in Google, you'll see YouTube videos that pop up at the top. And most of the time, they're right below a paid ad, but before any of the search engine optimization that you could do on any of your sites, because Google gives its own proprietary software or its own entity more credit than any other website. So now not only can you cross-promote back into search engine optimization of your own site, but now you get to get seen in two different places, which are both highly visible places.
That's so important today when you're talking about branding and marketing. A lot of people think, I mean, I remember back in the day when you started a business, especially a small business, and you're a 1, 2, 3 man shop, you know, the bigger portion of your budget was the marketing piece. And now social media has really changed that game a lot. I mean, you can definitely develop a large brand on a small marketing budget. And by doing small things like creating videos and pushing them and posting them on YouTube, you not only have that presence on YouTube, but you get a very strong presence as well on Google. Now, how does that relate? Does Bing and Yahoo pick up the same information that Google does for YouTube videos? Do you know?
Well, they do pick up, but because they are not indexed and searched as quickly as Google does, you will find them. But being at the top of, say you're at the top of, or if you're on the top of the fold in Google means before you have to scroll down the bar. So if you're in that top prime section, that same set of keywords might not be the same in Bing, and it might not be the same in Yahoo, but they're pretty comparable, though. I mean, you're not going to find yourself on one page here and then page 25 down on another one,
right?
Because if you've done the right things to get to the front page, you're going to be on. You've done enough of the right things in your search engine optimization to rank you across the board. And one of the things that makes YouTube so powerful is if you use YouTube correctly and you line up everything the way it needs to be lined up, then you're doing all of the things that all the search engines ask you to do anyways. They ask you to make sure that you clarify your keywords. They want to make sure that your descriptions tie into your keywords, and you're not just spamming keywords that have the shock and awe value just to get somebody to click on your site.
Right.
And that if you use links within your description that sends you to another page, that the content that's in that page is also related to what your video is and what your description is. And so if you get this tightly knit link of content that all is similar, and then you can get a high level of user interaction on that, your video automatically starts to move up the Google search from whatever page. You can literally find 3 keywords and rank for them and move up to the first page on YouTube in about a week.
No way. Are you kidding?
Yes, you can. I am not kidding. And I did go back to school to really try to fine-tune my knowledge in YouTube, and my professor showed me, and it was amazing. So I went out and tried it myself, and I have a test YouTube channel, which I might actually probably start taking seriously now that I figured out a few things. Because my channel is for health and wellness and just being happy and joy. I think we talked about this.
Yeah, we did.
And we went off on a tangent because actually, for me, that is the most paramount thing that I can do right now is just be happy daily.
Well,
that is my sole goal when I get up in the morning. If I'm happy daily, good things happen to me. It's as simple as that.
And you can see that in your website. I mean, not just when I talk that energy, but when you go to the tiger-phoenix.com website, you can see that it is about passion. It is about fueling your ideas and turning them into something absolutely amazing. And I absolutely love that. Listen, we're going to head over to a commercial very shortly, and we're going to continue to talk to Dwayne Word about YouTube marketing, how to grow your business. Feel free to call in with questions. Listen, I have so many questions. It's crazy. So I don't know if y'all have more questions than me, but if you do have questions and you want to know about growing your business using YouTube, call into the radio station. Let us hear your voice, 404-355-8699, or you can call 866-923-2860. If you're not listening or if you're in your car and you're moving over into a location where you can get to a computer, you can go to www.love860.com. You are listening to the D Factor Radio Show. I'm Dee Williams. Stick around. We have so much more for you.